Hey, good morning. So, Monday, it is the 8th of November, and I went back into ketosis within 24 hours after eating that sugar bomb that I told you about. Oh, is that horrible? I didn't sleep well at all that night. Last night I slept great. Yeah, no more carbs, man. I'm done testing the theories. I'm done testing the, I'm gonna go back carb for a while. No, not gonna. Don't like it. Hate what it does to me. And so yesterday I started eating about 2 o'clock, and I was just eating slowly. Family and I watching some Star Trek's Voyager. Uh, I don't know who's in love with Captain Catherine Janeway. So I got up this morning feeling super refreshed. I wound up eating 30 chicken wings till I was comfortably stuffed, according to Dr. Barry. And that was about it. And it was delicious, and I feel great. Woke up this morning 7:30 and headed out with my wife to walk her to school, about 2.33 miles away. Then I went up north a little bit, met my daughter, and we walked back. So her university is very close to my wife's. So at the end of that 5 miles, pretty much, because of the extra walking things, there is a pedestrian bridge that goes over the second loop here where I live. And so I tore up one side and we crossed, and then I went down and tore up the steps again, and then went down and then tore up the steps again. I think the vertical elevation on that thing is at least 20 feet. I'll have to measure it. I have ways of measuring things. Without a tape measure, of course. So anyway, whoa, that third time up, man, I was like, my muscles were like, okay, so 5 mile walk, HIIT training, right? And now I'm kind of sitting here, and I'm not burning, I'm not feeling bad. Matter of fact, I feel pretty good. I took kind of a little cool down walk just to get my half pound of meat and some liver, which I'm going to puree the liver in with egg, okay? And then when I cook my meat, I'm going to pour the meat into the egg and beat it. So the heat coming off that will actually cook the egg and the liver mixture, and it'll turn it into a creamy sauce. Yes, because I'm a cook and I know these things. So that's what I'm going to eat today. And then my wife's going to rellenar to fill some poblano chilies with some tuna in a cream sauce. So I'm going to eat that. So I'm going to have the poblano with my meat. And and I think I'll puree an avocado in with all that. So it's going to be the liver, the avocado, and the egg. And I'm just going to whir that up. I think I'm going to include a half stick of butter, melted. So I'm going to make essentially a mayonnaise, and then I'm going to pour the meat into that mayonnaise, mix it well, and then I'll pour it back in, and then just kind of saute it a little bit, kind of cook it down a little bit. So it'll be kind of a avocado-y, livery, creamy, buttery, delicious-y, groundy, beefy. The things I come up with. And on the fly. So anyway, that's what I'm going to eat today. So I've given you 8 days of what I've eaten on Keto-vore, I guess, because I feel really good. Almost euphoric. I feel really good. Way better than alcohol or drugs, I'll tell you that. So anyway, that's my meandering self. I'm going to get ready. Oh, and it was a dry fast all night, so I hadn't drunk or eaten anything. I hadn't eaten anything since, maybe 4 o'clock. In other words, I took 2 hours to eat all those wings because I was just enjoying myself. You know what? But the point is that the idea is that I broke the fast at 2, so I won't break it again until probably 1:32-ish, depending. So it's a 24-hour fast. Right now I'm sitting at 20 hours. And when I started my walk, we were sitting at like 17 hours. So again, I walked 17 hours without food and 10 hours without water. So right now I've already surpassed that. I'm already almost 13 hours without water, salt, anything. It's called a dry fast. Can it be done? Yeah, if you're fat adapted, piece of cake. I'm not hungry currently. I do want my coffee because I'm used to just sitting here drinking. If somebody said, well, you can't have coffee today, then I said, oh, well, crap. But no, I'm going to go ahead and drink that. It is good post-workout to drink coffee. It helps get your muscles, any glycogen or any carbs that you eat will replace your muscles with the coffee, and it's acting on some of the enzymes and hormones. Those are the studies anyway, the science. Yeah, that's how that's looking. And again, I'm going to go ahead and break my dry fast right now with some coffee. So, walk 5 miles, did some HIIT training, got my heart rate up to 114. I think it was maybe a smidge higher, but as I'm counting, I only count 20 beats and I time it to try to get that moment in time as close as possible. I don't have any of these fancy apparati. So I just take my pulse rate and I divide it by the seconds and multiply by 60, and that'll give you your heart rate per minute. So I got it up to 114, and but my resting heart rate's 55. So I more than doubled. Well, yeah, I more than doubled my heart rate. 55 goes to 110, and I exceeded that. So again, I don't know if that's relative. They say, oh, shoot for 160. But if I'm doubling my heart rate, I can't see how that's a bad thing for my resting heart rate, which is in the 50s. So it's all good. And we'll talk to you guys a little later. Bye.